Sandra here for another planner type video for you guys. I am going to be decorating some of the pages in my Happy Planner. I will be doing my overall calendar as well as this first page, but I will have a separate video for my weekly overview because this video would be way too long if I did that. And also, you guys have been asking me about what punch I use. I use this punch from Levenger. If you want like a full video, I will do one, but basically it works great and it's exactly the same type of holes that you get in your regular papers that come in the Mambi planner. And I believe the Arc punch also works well. I just decided to go with Levenger because they have better prices and they usually do coupons or free shipping because they're an online company. And no, I'm not affiliated with them. I just thought it was a great price. So I will try to remember to link it below if any of you guys want to get your own punch to be punching things. But just so you know, that punch is not strong enough to punch through laminated pages. So it's more for paper than that. So I don't know if you guys know of a good punch that could punch through laminated pages, but if you do, feel free to let me know. Right now I'm just basically making this super detailed and fun. I'm doing a bunch of stamping inside of it in different colors because if you didn't know, July is Sandra Palooza. And yes, I did spell Palooza wrong because there should have been an A in front of instead of an O, but for some reason I thought it was Palooza. I don't know. Anyway, no biggie, YOLO, but whatever. I added the date and I put a heart and I'm not narcissistic or anything, but none of my family has birthdays in July other than me. So this page is basically all about me and what I'm doing. I also decided to just kind of add some background kind of stamping and all of that. I'm using a mix of dye inks and chalk inks because that's usually what I like to do. I love using different sort of inks and different stamps. If I can remember everything I'm using, I will link it in the description box for you guys. Not everything that I use is always available, so if I don't have something linked, it's probably because it's no longer available or sold. But generally, all the inks and different things that I use are available, and Memento inks are great dupes for the Studio Calico inks. Most of them you can find the comparison ink. And right now I'm just adding some script to that little box right there. I will probably go back and add more to this little box as far as writing goes, but for the sake of this video, I didn't do a ton of writing in those little boxes because I didn't want to take forever trying to think of everything that I need to transfer that's in my kikki.K written down to this one, which I will still be using my kikki.K, but I will be using this one as more of on my on-the-go planner or whatnot. I'm just marking down the month here and stamping it just because I feel like it and I think it looks cute. And I'm just trying to add more details to it. I'm kind of going all out for these pages because it is my birthday month. And I added that cute little kitty cat wash tip. And then for this side, I could have left it alone because it is just so pretty on its own plain like that. But I just decided to add some watercolors because like I said, it is my birthday month. And I just thought it would be fun to just go all out and turn this into a pink-tastic party. In case you don't know, I freaking love pink. I also love mints and lavender colors, but pink is like right up there. So I decided to just kind of, like I said, go all out. I'm just adding little random dots to this that are bigger than the tiny dots because I thought it would look cute and I just wanted to do something different and add detail without taking away too much from it because I really like what it says and I really like how it looks in general. After I add the light pink, I'm also going to add a little bit of a darker pink. It's just slightly darker. No biggie right there, and I just like the way that looks. And keep in mind, this paper is pretty thick, so you can use watercolor on it, but you don't want to use too much water or oversaturate it so you don't start warping your paper or feathering it. That little circle right there is actually made out of felt, and I die cut that myself with my die cut machine, and I did the same for that little heart as well. If you don't know what a die cut machine is, it will probably take a while to explain, but it just cuts out little pieces. Maybe that was faster than I thought, but anyway, yeah, I cut out a lot of stuff and make a lot of stuff myself, and I do recommend die cutting machines to anybody and everybody because I just think they're a great little tool to have in your craft stash if you're like me and love to make your own stuff. If you don't, you could always buy stickers, but and now I'm just adding some more watercolors, and of course I'm adding pink. I kind of mixed the lighter pink with that more of like a magenta pink, so I could get like an in-between color. I really love the look of it, and I was kind of deciding whether I wanted to go over the blue or not, or whether I was going to change the title, which I do end up changing the title because if you guys know me, you know I love gold, and so I knew I wanted to add more gold and kind of customize the title. So I went ahead, added my watercolor to that, also added it to the little tab on the side just to make the page look more cohesive in general. And then I got some gold paper that I had previously made, and I just die cut these little die cut letters that I had in my stash, which I believe are from Lawn Fawn. I will have the exact die name in the description box in case you're wondering or you want to pick one up yourself. And I'm actually using my little Artisan Explorer machine, which I really, really love because it's so tiny and I can just keep it on my desk all the time. And it's really handy, and I still have my Cuttlebug, which I also use, and I do plan to get a Big Shot in the future as well, so I guess I'm going to have like 3 die cut machines, but I just really love these, and I think that they're just super fun to use. And the letters came out super cute, and they perfectly fit over the actual title, which works out perfect if you ask me. And they just look adorable. I love gold! That's me right there, summed up, pink and gold. So I was like, this is my birthday month, so I'm going to do whatever I want and make it super flamboyant if I want. Because sometimes I go on the simpler side, or I just tone it down a little bit so it's not ridiculous, but I was like, I don't care. Next, I am just adding these super glittery pink little hearts, and I just used my little heart punch, which you guys see me use in my videos all the time if you watch my videos generally. I call it Old Faithful, and that's exactly what it is, and I made those hearts with that. And that is actually just some American Crafts gold glitter paper. But I really love it because it's thin, even though it's glitter paper, so you don't have to worry about your punch getting stuck or anything like that. Now I'm just deciding to stamp a big mint circle. That's like a bokeh stamp set that I have from Studio L2E, which I really love. And I just love adding circles to things in case you didn't know that. And I added it in pink, and then I just added a little emoji stamp over that. And I like the way that looks. I'm just adding different elements just to, jazz up my page. That little banner I had in my stash, and it is from an Elf Studio kit that I had from the past, so it was one of the leftovers. And I'm randomly adding little things. I'm going to move on to my next page, even though I'm not really done with my other half, but for now I'm just working on this page, and I will go back and add a few more things. But once I start working on this page, it kind of leads me to what I want to add to my next page. I desperately did want to add some, like maybe gold 2015 over the letters, but I didn't have like a die that was numbers, so now I realize maybe I should have a die that's numbers. And another excuse to buy another die. But I just ended up going over it with watercolors anyway because I still like the way that it looked, and I figured it would still look nice either way. So I might later on add that to it, but it doesn't like bother me or anything like that. Because either way, I wanted the July to stand out the most anyway, because it's my birthday month. It's my birthday. In case you didn't know. And now I'm just taking little stamps and adding details. I really love the little diamond stamp, so I'm just adding that. And since you can kind of like stamp off after you stamp your stamp and get like a lighter version, I did that throughout the page because I really like the way that looks. And I also added that little tooth for the dentist appointment I have because I don't get to use that one that often. And then I'm adding some words throughout my pages like celebrate, which is on the 11th, which is my birthday date. So I thought that was appropriate. And then this little cake stamp that I had in my stash as well. And then I put every day, and then I put happy birthday there because it's kind of saying happy birthday every day because I consider the whole month of July my birthday. Hence Sandra Palooza. So I just like to make it an extra special month, especially because this is an extra special birthday to me. This is another birthday that I'm here, not necessarily have my family around, and it's different. And I'm like, this is like an adult birthday for me. Every time should be an adult birthday because I'm in my late 20s, but you know what I mean. And now I'm just adding those in. As you can see, I added details that I didn't show everything I was doing, but I hope you guys enjoyed this anyway, and will stay tuned to see my weekly pages. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. If you want to know anything that I used in this video, they will be linked in the description box below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will have those weekly pages next week, probably. Well, no, this week. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!